Good evening, everyone. Public Relation Council of India, the Mangalore chapter. There's a training series which we are organizing for the public. Maybe it is our sixth online session. So I welcome everyone for this session, especially our today's eminent speaker, Sandhya Verma, and our national and state leaders for this session. Now I request Sumana Padali to introduce the faculty for the day.
A very good evening to one and all.
Good evening, ma'am.
A professional life coach, certified trainer, NLP practitioner, author, and a business mentor with an expertise in the field of corporate training, life skills, coaching, career counseling, and teaching. She is involved in developing, designing, and conducting live customized online and classroom sessions for middle and high school students of different curriculum across the globe, conducting and organizing corporate training sessions, soft skills, and personality development workshops for schools and college students. She is associated with corporates, universities, and NGOs, both in public and private sector, in capacity of a trainer, mentor, coach, visiting faculty, and consultant, delivering sustainable client results according to individual and work stream results plan, organizing and executing identified business projects on behalf of clients, formulating recommendations and solutions with attention to a client's wishes, capabilities and limitations, forming concise reports, suggesting solutions and providing guidance to solve identified occurring problems. A prolific writer with articles and columns published in renowned newspapers, journals, and magazines. Authored a book on parenting, chooses to write on self-help, motivation, coaching, and mentoring. Works with writing challenged clients for professional content development services. She is a professional life coach, certified trainer, NLP practitioner, author, and a business mentor with an expertise in the field of corporate training, life skills coaching, career counseling, and teaching. She is none other than today's speaker for the day, Mrs. Sandhya Verma. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Dear Sandhya Madam, because we did our NTDS training together, she did 3 training programs in Mangalore for different target groups, and we felt very happy, and we wanted one of the eminent speaker for this training series. So now I request Sandhya Verma to take over the session. So over to you, madam.
Thank you so much, Dr. Holla, and thank you once again for the opportunity. I think 4th or 5th time that I'm addressing a group through Dr. Holla. Thanks a lot for the opportunity. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am totally fine if your videos are off. All I need to have an assurance is I am talking to somebody behind the cameras. Are you there? Can I see some movement? Movement for me would mean some high video can be on. If you want to keep it off, I am perfectly fine. But some symbols there, some high, some movement in the chat box would make me feel comfortable that I'm talking to people behind the camera. Are we there? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So I am here in the, Public Relation Council of India's Mangalore chapter. So I would assume there are participants from various fields, but let me assume that most of you are from the public relations area, or are you PR professionals? How many of us here are PR professionals? Just type a yes in the chat box. If not, please let me know, what are you into, business or self-employed or an employee, whatever you are into. Most of you are PR professionals. Yes, Pashupati. Ananya, thank you so much for that answer. Yes, we have another. I am not sure how to pronounce your name. I don't want to mispronounce it. Kritika, you are into HR, perfect. Marian D'Souza, you are into PR, great. So majority of us here are into PR, and I think the raised hands are also Ashwini and Vijesh. You are also into PR. All right. So we have entrepreneurs other than PR. All right, HR, you are into HR and PR also. Ashwini is a student, yet to decide whether to choose PR or not to choose. All right, thank you so much. So as long as now, you might be wondering why this topic of content marketing in a world which has a lot of PR people here. There's a PR marketing and content marketing. Why am I talking about content marketing? And when you heard my profile, it spoke a lot about teaching, entrepreneurship, training, coaching. Writing is a passion. I love writing. I've written for a lot of local newspapers here, have published a book of my own. I enjoy writing and I enjoy creating content for, freelance content, and also for a digital marketing company which I'm associated with. So there is a lot I enjoy watching and observing about content, and content has a lot of power in it, is what I believe. How many of you agree with me? Yes or no? Yes. Yes, we have some raised hands here. Sundarajan, thank you so much for that answer. Yes, content has a lot of power, especially when it comes to PR. See, mostly public relations and content marketing, they are considered to be a very, very different field, and to a farther extent, they are. A public relations specialist is a very, very different person from a content creator. But if we know the nuances of content marketing, it is not that a public relation person can replace a content creator, or a content creator can become a public relation person. But if you have both the worlds together, that can become a really, really beneficial relationship, and that would actually bring a huge power to your content, power to the marketing strategies that you're using. So let me ask you a brief, so that I know, so anybody can unmute. We are only 19 people here. So anybody can unmute and talk about, what is your idea about content, some concept about content? What is the relevance of content in today's world? Something about content, any concept that you have. Anything is a right or wrong answer in my session. Those of you who have heard me before will know very well. Anything is good to go.
Content. I'm Sundarajan here. Content basically engages the the target audience, whether it is a customer or a business entity, and helps in getting a conversion rate. If the content is engaging, content is meaningful, content can create value, then there will be a lot of conversions. That's how content is very valuable field.
Absolutely. Content has a lot of value, a lot of power, and especially in today's world, people are running behind creating contents, meaningful contents, and content creators have a lot of demand in the market. But then, provided we are extremely good. Yes, we have always heard content is the king, but in today's world, content is the kingdom. Every other person is looking out for creating, even individuals, professionals, anybody for that matter. So as PR professionals, if you add this one skill to your profile, that could be really a feather in your cap. Just that one skill of content creation. And if you have a little bit of basic, a little tactics, you don't need an extremely highly proficient English. All you need is a little bit of tactic, a creativity, a thoughtfulness, and awareness, and being relevant on the go. All right. So that's anybody else with an answer? What is your concept of content, and why content in today's world? Anyone? When I say content, what comes to your mind? Okay, anyone who is a content writer here or who would love to explore content writing? Anyone who would love to explore content writing? Yes, Sundarajan sir, you are a content writer. All right, so let me begin this session. Let me show you something here. Let me quickly share my screen. So I'm very, very happy that I'm sitting in midst of a group. We are professionals who are quite aware what content writing is, what content marketing is, how are we going to utilize. So in today's session, we are going to focus on what exactly is content. How can we easily create content? What are the different types of content we see in the market? Yes, content is to create impression. Absolutely. Your content can create a lot of impression. It's beyond just simply words and phrases that you're going to put across. So in today's session, what are we going to focus about? We're going to see some examples how content has actually ruling the world. What exactly is this content and how can we use it for marketing purpose? Where exactly can we use it? How can we use it to create a personal brand for ourselves? And why would we do that? What will it result in? If we focus on our content, if we are a little bit conscious on our content, what is it that we are going to gain out of it? And how many different types of content is there? And what is the strategy? And as what are the strategy that we can apply to gain this, to get the systematic strategic way of writing, developing, creating, curating the content and putting into perspective and putting into the perception that we actually want the audience to gain. PR professionals, as PR professionals, you all know, PR professionals generally engage a group of audience which is already existing somewhere. You already have a target audience and you engage them. You are able to reach out to an audience and you are able to engage them. Content creates an audience for you. You can easily create, engage, create audience for you the way that you want them to be there. Are we there? So we have an outline, a framework of the program. Any questions or anything that you would want me to add? One, we're going to look at what is content marketing in today's world. Next one, why should I do some focus on my content? Why should I work on my content? What is my benefit if I work on my content? Number two. Number three, what is my strategy? How can I use? And every other platform, there is every other type of content that you create, it's different. In today's online world, in today's digital marketing media, you have various types of contents. We're going to look at that. And finally, we are going to look at the strategy. We have sharp one more, I think for half an hour more, 30 minutes more, and we will go quickly through it. Are we there? Let me show you something. Please do have a look very, very clearly. Better soft than sorry. See, content does not mean you write a proficient language. It could be anything. All it needs to do is you've got to engage your audience. You've got to pay attention. The audience needs to pay attention to your creative, to your stuff. Are we there? Yes, Amul is one such company that releases, it is all timely and fresh content that every time you keep seeing the same, the cartoon that is being used. You keep seeing the same cartoon, but you never get bored because every time the content changes. And the content, if you have observed, it is the very, very special thing about Amul's content is it matches with the current scenario. Anything that happens currently, Amul picks it up soon. This was during the COVID era or the COVID time that they did this. Then you have this one. Chand Taron ko chune ki aasha. See how subtle remarks comes with the creative and along with the Amul say always proud. You can see a uniformity in the type of writing that comes here. Here it comes. India becomes a vaccination. See the way it is written, the way it is presented, shot in the arm. So, the words that you pick, the crispiness of the language, it all matters a lot. Now, this is another campaign where you don't have any words, but the content really matters. You know why? Because this was thought through in somebody's mind. Can anybody guess which company? I mean, you don't have to guess. The company is right there. It is Oreos. There is a campaign that Oreos, a Daily Dunk campaign by Ranbir Kapoor was a part of this campaign, Daily Dunk. You can go to Insta of this company and I mean Oreo, and you can see there are more into it. See this Dunkathon or Daily Dunk campaign. This is Dunkathon. Kanchan Advani's dad's first visit to the Golden Temple. We know how it was, correct? So that's how very, very crisp and to the point. This is Mehan says first words Ma. So this is all live and fresh content that Flipkart has this beautiful way of using children in the role of adults or in the form of adults, and then they give you subtle content which is connecting to the images that they use. Itne mein itna hi milega, right? Itna milega. So that's where they have there, that's, you use it small, but then you get it really big. You can see the two kids being used. So this is all somewhere when the person writes a content. So it is beyond words. You've got to imagine for your content campaign to grow really big. You can see how beautifully things have been placed. So content really speaks. It doesn't only speak about the words. It doesn't only speak about the the phrases. It doesn't only just write sentences or brief descriptions. Nobody is interested. People are interested to listen to the sequence. People are interested to listen to some stories. People are interested to observe and grab some stories. And that's how content speaks. Are we there? So content is, the easiest way, the way that you present it to your audience, the way that you give it to the audience, how easy can you make it? It is not about being complicated. It is how easy can you make it? How small can you make it? Let me ask you, if you get a WhatsApp text, which is long story, same, the font style is the same, and it's all clogged and not divided into paragraphs, will you read? How many of you will read that WhatsApp? It's a forward message, and I've written so many things. I would have written absolutely sensible things. I would have written something which is very, very useful, but I've written it very, 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 very long, and it's really, really long. Will you read? Even if maybe if I give you how to make money, maybe we'll read because we are so interested, right? Or if we make it so interesting, possible. But otherwise, for a long text, no matter whichever language you give it to us, we will not read. The same is the concept with, meaningful content. People want to read it. People want to consume it. People want to get attracted to it. And it is in today's world, it is very, very difficult to awe an audience. Yes or no? How many of you have children at home? All of you? Earlier, when we tell stories to children, when we were children, or when we had we could see our siblings, or we have seen our generations, when we tell them stories, when we give them some interesting news, and it was very easy to excite them. You can see their eyes bubbling. When you give them some story, there was this thing, there was that thing, you can see them bubbling with energy. But in today's world, is it so easy to excite any child? Saying, oh, how many of you are teachers? If you're teachers and if you teach your kids, it was easy to give them lots of interesting facts and make them feel, oh, really? My teacher said such a thing happens. Today, no child will say that, because we are all living in a world where we are visually cloyed. We are totally with nothing awes us. We're not, see, there were days when we used to wait for Sunday evening, 7 o'clock. Chitrahar used to come in the television, Doordarshan television, only to listen to some songs. We used to wait for hours and hours and hours. right? Every week we'll wait for Wednesday Chitrahar or Sunday Chitrahar, Sunday morning Rangoli or something. We'll wait for those things. But is it so easy for a Chitrahar or Rangoli to awe us today? It's not. It cannot surprise us anymore, because we have so many things available at our, whims and fancies. We can get things like that. So if that is the case, when it comes easy, it loses its value. So content is available in plenty. All you have to do is just click on Google and you have it all. So when you click on Google and you have it all, it does not matter. Everything sounds like crap. So it's very, very difficult to attract the audience. Very difficult to attract the audience. Now, let me ask you another experience. You all use Google, right? We all use Google. We all read from Google. Do we do that? Yes. Now, when you are really genuinely searching for something, and you start writing something and searching keywords and all that, how many times is it that you get genuine responses? Many of the times you read the blog, half of it would be marketing content. The rest half of it would be SEO keywords placed in between. You don't feel like reading, you chuck it out. After the first 5 things, the first few will be the advertisements. After that, first 4, 5, if you read, you get some content. If not, they will ask you to use username, password, or login. So it's all a trap. So genuinely, people are looking out for genuine, natural, useful content. If you are ready to give them genuine, natural, useful content, people are there to follow you, to observe you, to do anything. But it should be attractive, useful, and they've got to, like it also, and readability. A lot of things come into place. So that's about content. Now we'll see how many different types of content are there. What is it all about? Let's move ahead. Are we ready? Anything to ask or any questions there? Are we good? Yes. So why content? Why is content so important? What happens when we focus or start focusing on our content? Number one, it helps your clients, or you to help your clients educate about your services, who you are as a person. See, if you have a business, you will be able to educate your clients with your products, your services. Keep writing about your products and services. Keep giving them exclusive stuffs about your products and services. Definitely, you will create an aura. Okay. Boost conversions. The probability of your leads, your customers getting converted is much, much higher with an effective content. You should look at some websites, some landing pages. I will actually show you landing pages of some courses after this presentation. I'll show you a few landing pages of some courses. See, it is easier to automate certain things using technology. You can easily automate everything. But the content, the way the content is actually placed, you have no other choice but to enroll in the course. There are so many courses who have every fact, everything kept in the right place. The sequence of the content is in the right place. In between, everywhere you have login now, join now, login now, join now, enroll now, placed in such a way. See, if something is given to us in a plate, very well garnished and presented, you have no choice but to eat. That's how a good content is. And then you have the ability with the content, you can build relationships with and that's what PR professionals are all about. If you know how to write a thank you note, if you know how to do a creative welcome address, if you know how to, relate to your customer, how to keep connecting to your customer with some greetings or with something, with some useful content, you definitely are the king. And then show them what content do you have, what stuff do you have. It helps you do that and create effective, it helps you bring effective creative campaigns for your business or your services or for you as an individual. So content helps you in a lot of different ways. There are ample reasons why you should be focusing on content. Now, let's look at, there are different types of content and all of them is not meant for us. All of them need not be for us. There could be different types of content. Number one was this online content. Online content is anything that is connected to the website, connected to the landing pages, your whatever we write to present it online. It does not include the social media, but basically everything that is there on your website, whether you write for the website. And very important, when we write for the website, one thing that you should take care, you all must be knowing, and people who are into digital marketing must be knowing, there's something called as search engine optimization. How many of you are aware of it? So in this content, yes, totally. So when we write content, we've got to make sure that people continuously search for our content. See, when you want to figure out there is a restaurant next to you, what do? You ask Google, restaurant next to me. So if you type restaurant next to me, that's a keyword. So that restaurant next to me should be somewhere there in your website for Google to show this person restaurant next to me. Are we there? Are we in agreement? So when you write content for yourself, when you write online content for yourself, when you write what you call this thing for your website or for your product or for your service, please be sure that you are using the right keywords. Now, how do we know which keywords to be used? How do we know? How does a layman know which keywords are being searched for? What do people around us search? Let me give you an example. I'll quickly share a website here. There is a website called answerthepublic.com. I'll just share. Let me see if I can share the screen for you. Yeah, here. 1 second. So when you are creating useful content, or you can always start using a website like this. This is called answerthepublic.com. It's called discover what people are asking about. Let's say you are writing about PR professional. I mean, you are a PR professional and you are writing about, let's say, marketing strategies. I mean, or you are having a website and you want to write a blog on marketing strategies, or you, 1 second, something on this. So I'll just put that keyword here, marketing strategies. Let me go for search. So here they are gathering the information, marketing strategy. Which are the questions that people are asking? So, oh my God, you can see what all people keep asking about this. So if you look at how marketing strategies influence consumer behavior, how marketing strategies change during the peak, how marketing strategies change during a product's life cycle, how marketing strategies affect profitability. So these are the questions, and you can see the dark green and the lighter green circles. The dark green circles means they are most searched on the internet. The light green circle means they are comparatively less. So you can choose your keywords, what content should be there in your online content. So these are some, one of the websites which can help you tell, and you can also download a CSV file of this. That means you can keep it saved offline, copy paste this, use it in your content so that your searchability of your content is really high. Don't write just expecting to write something on the website, write something online and people will search for it. No. People will search for certain keywords. People will do what they want to. That's a normal rule. Anywhere in life you can apply. People do what they want to, not what you want them to do. So people will search for what they want to. They are not going to search your website unless you have what they are searching for. So use a tool like this, which can help you actually search for this. So online content, when you write, it's not just about the technical details of your products. I have put all my product details, all my service details, but nobody's searching. How will somebody search? You make your content in a way that people are actually searching. So we call it as, it is keyword optimized. The word used is keyword optimized. So keyword optimized means You have put all the keywords there and your content is right. If you are hiring an SEO, SEO cannot be done by us unless we are technically sound. So if you're hiring an SEO expert, you're giving the content, make sure the keywords that the SEO expert is working on are there right in your content. So that's very, very important. Shall we move on? Any questions here? Any questions? Yes or no? I could hear somebody unmute. That was a mistake. All right. So we will move on. Let me get back to my presentation for you on what are the different types of content. So next one we go to is, you want to know the website, answerthepublic.com. I will type it right here. It's called answerthepublic.com. Yes, I haven't checked the link, but do check it on Google. You will get the link. So here we go. This is, you have other websites also, which will help you find this. Uber, that Nikhil Patel's website is also the one which helps you here. Next one is on social media. Now, social media, you've got lots of platforms. You have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, you have Twitter and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very, very important when it comes to professionals. As peer professionals, do maintain a perfect LinkedIn page. I can show you my LinkedIn page after this, after I talk for some time. I can show you the LinkedIn page. How do you maintain? A few things I will let you know, which we otherwise don't do on LinkedIn. So that's one thing. When it comes to Facebook, if you are good at Canva, or hopefully, how many of you use Canva for designing? Anyone uses Canva for designing? Yes. So whenever you are using Canva for designing, you can do a little bit of designing if you play around. Canva is a free tool, canva.com. So if you can use that tool for your social media flyers or posters, yes, Kritika, you're using it. Do consider only one rule. Do consider only one rule when it comes to social media, Instagram or Facebook. Your content to image ratio, less of content, more of images. Lots of empty space. That's where your advertisement or your content that you're putting will actually gain attention. So less content, more images, lots of empty space. So give a lot of empty spaces. You, with this rule, you look at any social media advertisement that is going around you, which is very, very popular, viral. You will have only one factor there. You have less information, more of, use the information, where whatever information you have to write it in the body text or write it in the social copy that we call. That is that a description that is there along with your social media. So social media definitely is a wonderful platform to relate to your content, to explore your content, to give out your content, but you have some rules there. Facebook recommends, because once you start boosting on Facebook or promoting on Facebook, Facebook recommends a content to image ratio. So let's keep that up. Infographic is something which is coming up these days. Before I move on to infographic, I would definitely like to show you my LinkedIn page here. Some of you would have already seen the LinkedIn page. I'll show you some. I don't think we have the time to explain the entire LinkedIn page, but I will definitely tell you some changes which I try to make, which generally people forget in case of a LinkedIn. And don't use LinkedIn as a Facebook profile. It's a very, very professional profile here. A couple of things. Are we all there? Are we there listening? How many of us are here? Can I see a yes, yes, yes in the chat box? All right. There is a question for me. All right, I will give you, if it is about Answer the Public, I'll give you the details. It should have your login for one time, otherwise it's okay. It is not a paid profile. Okay, so here we go. This is LinkedIn. Now, a couple of things which we generally don't observe here is, see this area, which is your backs, this one, what you call, let me use annotation here or a highlighter here for you. Okay. So this area which we use, that is your the banner page, generally we keep it blank when it comes to LinkedIn. Go to Canva or go to a designer, ask them how to keep a proper banner there, and write it in one sentence. What do you do? The moment they open your profile and see your banner image, they should know what you do. See, here in this case, I've put a logo of my company so that people can immediately relate to my company. And then there is a one liner there, helping business leaders and entrepreneurs execute and achieve their business goals. That's what my training company does. And that's exactly what is written. People do not have time to look into or read big stories. So it is written there very, very clearly. And then it comes, see, when it comes to this space, what people do is, here LinkedIn gives you lots of hashtags to put when you prepare your profile. So there, don't use lots of hashtags. It's very, very difficult to read and it gets clogged. Use very, very specific hashtag which you want to use. Transformation, leadership coaching, business management, careers, and team coaching. That's exactly what we do. And that's there. And now when it comes to profile, now here, this is also another area which is generally empty in your thing. Featured post. Don't put any photographs just like that. Never ever put that. Put what exactly you do, your programs, your talks, your links. See, I've put my YouTube channel here, one or two of my YouTube channels, my courses, and there are 2 courses of mine and a link to my podcast, and then another course of mine. And this is where the first 3-4 things about me which could relate to my services should always be there. Next one is keep your followers. See, I had around 4,000 connections and followers on my LinkedIn, but I recently, after I attended a course, I cut it down totally. You know why? Because on your LinkedIn, we keep accepting connections, but accept connections based on who is your target connecting network, not everyone and everybody, because you will that way never be able to reach your content to very specific people. And another area where we write about us in a detailed profile, a lot of detailed profile, that is this profile area, but do write it as an interactive profile. Hi, I'm Sandhya, currently the co-founder and coach at SkillQuest. I'm an ACC certified, blah, 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 blah. So, but write it in an engaging way. Here, the content is very different, not like the other profiles. And you have almost 5,000 characters to write here. People write 2-liners and leave it. No, explore, use a lot of language, use a lot of creativity, and always close it with a action mark. If you find yourself stuck in entrepreneur journey or want to get goals executed, do call me back. I am available at this number. That action mark should definitely be there. Then your experience, of course, rest all is the same. But this area of your head photo and your banner, this area, this looks really, really neat. Keep using this and keep adding a lot of content. The type of content you share on LinkedIn, the type of content you share on Facebook, you get an achievement, you get an award, you get an excellence award, you share it on Facebook, Instagram, you don't share it on LinkedIn. LinkedIn people are not there to celebrate your success. LinkedIn people are there to watch or to see how expert you are. So show or boast your expertise on LinkedIn. So when it comes to social media, every platform should be treated differently. So are we there? Any questions or shall we move on? Or is it too boring for you? Boring, interesting? Can I listen some comments on the chat box?
Interesting, madam.
You're sure? Or are you making me happy?
No.
All right. All right, so let's go ahead. Let me continue. So we were talking about different content types. We spoke about online content. We spoke about social media. The next one is an infographic. I would show you the next slide to show you what is an infographic. You can see here the IBM launches cloud marketplace with its partners. So the one which has both the content and the images and a detailed description of every step is known as an infographic. So sometimes you can use infographic based on your services or products. Then you have blogs. Blogs definitely are a tool, makes you really, really high on the search engine. that you can be your probability of being searched by Google, your probability of coming on this, 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 on the Google or any other search engine platform is because if you are regular in writing blogs. You know why? Because the Google tracker, those who are into digital marketing, those who are into technology will know the Google tracker continuously keep tracking your website to see if it is updated regularly. And the best way to update your website, you can't keep changing your website content. Yes, that's also possible. But the one way to show that you are updated is to keep adding blogs. What is the right frequency of adding blogs to your website? Maybe monthly, twice. Don't overdo it because you may not be able to maintain a consistency there. So monthly, twice, 2 blogs connected to your subject. When you write a blog, do take care. Don't just write and leave it. Align it properly. Give some bold, words in between. Make it look very attractive, readability. If you are reading a blog, what sort of a blog will you read? You can look at the website called as Medium, and many of you can actually start writing on Medium because it's a good platform. Again, if you would want me to show, if time permits, I can show you the website called Medium. I have few writings over there, maybe a little later in some time. So then you have, that was blogs, and you can also get paid. I'm not talking about the, the commercial aspect of it, but blogs can actually get you paid well, but it depends how experienced writer you are. Children right from their class 12th are earning money based on just by blogging or writing blogs. So that's always possible. Then you have podcasts. Podcasts are really picking up. People do read, listen to podcasts. People are tired of watching things, straining their eyes, especially when they're driving, when they're going ahead. So if you have a good content, pick up your phone, download some recording apps. There is an app called Anchor. Okay, that helps you. That is connected to Spotify. Just plug in your earphones, speak naturally. Natural, fresh, organic content has got demand. Speak it, mix it with some music, release it. Content should be informative, useful, entertaining, and lively. So that's your podcast. Videos, I don't think this is an era where I have to talk about video contenting. It is about your YouTube, your content, everything across. And then your paid ads, that's your Google ads, Google AdWords or any other AdWords where your social media ads or lead ads. So when you go for a paid ad, there is a lot of things that you have to take care when you are writing the content. Your word limit is important. Google lets you write only for, I think, 30 words. 30 words is the description, Google AdWords, if I'm correct. So write only that line. I'll tell you, Google AdWords, if any content, anything that you write, the first sentence that comes, first 2 things that comes is your Google AdWord. Ads that come. If you look at the description in the bottom, very, very crisp description. Let's say I'm doing it for an interior designing firm, if at all. So if I'm doing it for an interior designing firm, then I will write like exclusive, luxurious, aesthetic interior designing works. So there, the role of keywords is very, very important, the most searchable. See, when you do this, people, SEO experts actually tell you this keyword has got this much search volume. So many people are searching. So write that keyword there. So always seek an advice of a professional when you are doing a paid ads, because paid ads contents are a little tricky. But I always believe your service, your personality, you know the best. So always have an upper hand beyond the vendors when you are writing a content. Are we there? Yes. Shall we move on? So these are different types. Yes, Bhagyasree, you just raised hand to show me some movement, or do you have a question? Any questions can be typed also in the chat box. I am good to take. Otherwise, I'll move on.
Madam, can you show some examples how to go about it in the beginning or starting point? Like
in
blog.
the beginning, in the blog writing?
Yeah, blog or podcast or video. I don't know really how to go about it.
Start.
Or
Absolutely. The next step is how to strategize. That's what is my next part of it. So I'll tell
okay,
you where to begin. Okay.
okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
All
Thanks.
right. So these are some examples. See, this is an Instagram of Lush Cosmetics. See, Instagram, the bio of the Instagram, as most of us are Instagram users, we know, especially for the commercials, that one liner should be very, very catchy. So here we are creating a cosmetics revolution to save the planet. See what a powerful line that is. You can see 4.2 million followers, 3756. Well, this is very important. How many followers do you have? So people get really attracted. Infographic I already showed you. This is an example for an online, the website, online content. HBR is IdeaCast, is a podcast that is recently being released. This is on subscription, but is very informative podcast. Now, the question that Bhagyashree madam asked me, how to start or how to begin. First thing is, before even you begin these 7 stages, let me tell you, first thing is, decide what do you want to do? What is your expertise? Why would people want to listen to me, or why would people want to read what I write? What is it that I can provide people with? So set your goals first. Okay, and be very specific. Let's say if you are a teacher, don't start writing about teaching. If you are a teacher, you are a maths teacher, you have very specific content about geometry, you have very specific content about circles, you have very specific content about something about the circles. Yes, publish it, it will have. So be very specific in the when you are setting the goals. Let's say I generally in Calicut, the place where I belong to, because I write in newspapers about parenting, I am commonly known here for my parenting session. So what in parenting, I focus on teenage parenting. What in teenage parenting, the challenges faced by parents when it comes to their communication, when it comes to their being disrespectful. So all teenage problems specifically. So I specifically write content on that. When it comes to my business, I am more hired for business English or business English communication. What in business English communication? The written communication. What in written communication? Specifically the emails. So cut down, build a niche for you. See, in today's world, there are 2 ideologies. Sometimes we ask people to build a small niche, okay, your specific things, but sometimes it is not possible. Maybe you have 2 or 3 various areas. So first thing is to sit down for yourself, set your goals on which areas am I going to work on. Next one is determine your key performance indicators. That is your KPI. Now, what is your key performance indicators? These are the benchmarks with which you will measure. That is, okay, if it is writing, I am going to write 5 blogs every month. And every blog will be at least 800 to 1000 words. And every blog will have at least 5 to 10 keywords. So that's my measurement benchmark. Now, suppose I'm going to release a video. Let's say I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Everybody wants to start a YouTube channel. Everybody wants to have that views. But problem is, none of us want to be consistent. So have a plan of your content that, okay, I'm going to have on this topic, I'll have 5 minutes of video every week on Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock, I'm going to release it. One more thing I'll tell you about content. Let me tell you, you can actually check. I think Dr. Holla has this habit of writing no WhatsApp Monday every Sunday evening, right? So this has become so consistent over 4 or 5 years. And now every Sunday evening, if he does not have this, people actually notice, oh, why today no WhatsApp Monday is not there, right? Let's say you start putting one something about you or something which is useful for people, which you can deliver. Put it as status every day morning 7 o'clock. Do it for 10-15 days. 16th day, if you don't put it, people will ask, why, what happened today? What happened? So maintaining consistency as a measurement tool is very, very important. So determine your KPI. Choose your channels. Which are your platforms? Am I strong in Facebook? Am I strong in Instagram? Or do I want to improve my LinkedIn? Or no, should I have a YouTube channel? No, if I want to go for print media, go for print media. No, if I want some other area where I can actually do my, oh no, if I want to publish a book, yes, choose your channel. Decide the content. If it's a video, if it's a podcast, I'll tell you, plan for at least 10 videos, 10 podcasts, then release. Otherwise, people will blame you for being inconsistent. What will happen is everything will not gain traction all of the sudden. It will take some time for things to bring in some traction. So you've got to be patient and wait. And then you set the budget. If at all you're going for a paid promotion or something, do set the budget for that. If not, just leave it. Seek advice if you don't know how to set the budget. Start distributing your content. Start publishing your content. And once you publish it, you can always analyze what is it that people are actually looking for. See, it's always a hit and trial when it comes to content. All the content that you create need not go viral. But there's just, after you release your 10 contents, 20 contents, 50 contents, maybe one content goes viral. So always analyze results. What kind of content are people actually absorbing? What are they consuming? How are they consuming it? So that is very, very important. So analyze your results and you are sure to use this content as a tool for your marketing, for building your brand, or for creating an impact that you want to create. If you don't have any business purpose, also creating a content makes people perceive what kind of a person you are, how strong you are, how much of stuff do you have. That's a perception. So one thing I would tell you, people love to read stories about you. People love to narrate about you. People love to talk about you. But the entire control of the narrative should be in your hands. You should know how to make people talk about you. So with that said, let's get creative. Let's use as much creativity as possible in creating content. Get set and create. Tell your story well. Keep it honest, keep it fresh, keep it natural, and the rest will follow. With that, thank you so much for the opportunity. I thoroughly enjoyed speaking to all of you. Thanks a lot, Dr. Holla, for inviting me. Thank you, all the PR professionals and the PR Council of India for this lovely opportunity. Have a great evening. Thank you so much. Over to you, Dr. Holla.
Thank you. Could you switch off the screen?
Sure, sure.
Thank you, Sandhya madam. Any questions? Floor is open now. Bhagyashree, Kusuma, Kritika. Any questions?
Sir, actually, if I want to start, my platform is YouTube. Then how to start from YouTube? If madam demonstrates at least one example, that would be very, very helpful.
What do you do, Dr. Kusuma?
I'm a professor. I'm principal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is your area of expertise?
It's finance.
Finance.
Finance. I have done PhD in marketing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finance and marketing is your main?
Yes. Teaching all the time finance and the PhD I've done in marketing.
Finance, if you tell people how to manage your personal finances, people will follow like Pied Piper, rats follow the Pied Piper. Okay. So all you've got to do is, Dr. Kusuma, one thing for YouTube, if you want to start a YouTube channel, the preparatory work that you need to do is, one is without any other technical or, external preparation, do some research work in the area of finance, whichever you are expert in, that what is the kind of content people are actually doing. See, wealth management, finance management is a very, very hot topic. Though I am not an expert in that field, but still I can see many people, who are willing to manage their personal finances. They don't know, how to calculate this income, expenses, how to invest into mutual funds, or which one is the best investment for me. People who want to do the business, where do they get funds from? How do they, capitalize their business? All these are hot topics in this. You've got to just choose one area. Prepare some short, keep your content very, very short. Videos less than 5 minutes are really, really, really pitching high. So 5-minute videos or 8-minute videos or 10-minute videos, not longer than 10 minutes. Nothing wrong than 10 minutes sells on YouTube these days. People, what they do is they will make it long so that they can get views, so that their channel can get monetized as quickly as possible. No, keep it short. And then what you need is your external preparations. You've got to have a good system like a camera with a good audio. Audio quality and video quality is very, very important for a YouTube channel to be successful. So that is there. And then you definitely have to have a help in editing the videos. Because see, sometimes we also know how to use Filmora and other softwares to edit. But in your schedule, it is very difficult to do the editing. And once you are tired, if you don't like editing, it is a very, very strenuous job for you. So in that case, what you do is you will stop after some time. So get an editing person with you who can edit the videos, make it look beautiful. And then uploading into the YouTube channel is an easy job. And if you play around for some time, you will know. But one thing is, keep it consistent, release it regularly. It can really help you pitch it. Hopefully,
I think she wanted to know how to open it, maybe. Just
Yes, technical part I wanted to know, but I think it is out of madam's preparation.
Like
She's
technically, if you have a Gmail account, do you have a Gmail account?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube account. You go to, I'll show you 1 second. If you want me to share, I'll show you my channel here. 1 second.
It's automatically created if you are a Gmail account.
See here, this is my, you can see this is my channel called Businessman 360. Here I have an account, and this account is srresourcepool@gmail.com. So like this, you will have a Gmail account. Every Gmail account has a YouTube channel with it. You can start creating. My personal account will have some channel. So you can always automatically create a channel here. There is a create. This is for videos, but channel is automatically there. You click onto your channel, you will get it. Go to YouTube, log in with your Gmail, you will get your channel there. Once you do that, this is a login button. You have this. If you create this, you either go live or you upload a video. You upload a video like this. See, this is how it comes. I'll show you. Yeah. Whatever videos you would have shot, I can even, hopefully you can see my screen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Any video that you would have, Dr. Holla, is my screen visible?
Yeah, we can see.
No, yes.
No, it is blank now. It is blank now.
Picked up the video. Dr. Kusuma, can you see me?
I can see you, yes. It's okay, madam. It's okay. You said it's automatic. I have Gmail account and the YouTube.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
Earlier also you could hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I somehow muted this. So you can see this uploading now. I can upload it anytime. This gets uploaded. It's because this is as easier as that.
Okay.
All right. And then you publish it. This is because we are using Zoom and this. You publish it. Once you publish it, you can see it in your video listed here. Can you see this? There's so many videos here. Okay. So if you sit on this technically and view it for some time, you can actually do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? No questions. Thank you, Sandhya madam. Maybe in 1 hour time, maybe you're only a person who can bring so much information in 1 hour presentation. Thank you very much from PSA Mangalore chapter
Thank
for a
you.
wonderful session, because we work on public relation activities, and in that content writing is one of the important area of information which is required for our members. So thank you very much once again. Have a nice time. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you all. It
Good
was